Hello everyone, it's Cristina here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome in case you're new. And if that is the case, you probably don't know that I am one, Italian, and two, I have been studying and living abroad in Scotland, to be precise, for the past 4 years in a row. But I've also studied for 1 year in high school in the United States. So because of the lengthy experience I have in that field of studying and living abroad, I think I am qualified enough to make a video about how it is, what the reality of studying and living abroad is, and my experience, how it went, and what's going to happen next now that I have a degree from a Scottish university, and now that there's Brexit and all of that. So yes, if you're interested in this type of things, if you are interested in studying and living abroad, I have a bunch of videos about it on my channel, and I have a bunch of videos coming out about it, so you should totally subscribe and stick around. So I thought I should just begin this video by explaining why I decided to study abroad. Well, it is kind of simple, kind of not. One reason was that I cannot see myself stuck in a place, and also I was never fitting right. In Italy, I was never fitting right in my school, and in Sicily because of the way I was brought up, and also because of the way that my brain works. The Italian school system puts so much emphasis on learning the theory, and that's one thing. And the second thing they put emphasis on is memory. So basically, what they are looking for someone who remembers everything that's written on the book. I don't have a great memory, number one, and number two, I'm not that academically smart, if that is the way we want to put it. I just did not fit in the Italian school system. It wasn't made for me, but the problem with it is made for, it's just a one-way fits all kind of system. Even if you go to more like professional schools, it's still a lot of studying, learning, and there's no practice. There's nothing that you can like sort of like touch, even like not like touch something, but like something that you can see around you. No, it's just abstract theory. They put a lot of emphasis on learning Latin, on learning a philosophy, and as much as I enjoy knowing random stuff about random things, in school I wasn't doing well because of the way that they wanted us to learn it, and because of the way they were teaching it. Also, I never ever do well when I feel forced to do something, and because the syllabus is so strict and you can't like, I don't want to like generalize this because this was my school. In my school, basically no teachers were happy with you like researching on different things, and you know, seeing things from different point of views. It was, as I said, one size fits all. And if I mention this to Italian teachers, or if I mention this to like my school teachers, they would just say, oh, the Italian culture is the best culture that there is out there. The Italian culture is like so important and all of that. And I would just get so frustrated, and I just wanted to get out of there, because as much as our culture, and I agree that our culture is huge and different and variegated, and it's important to know your culture and to know literature from your country and to know like philosophy from your home country. I also believe that it is important for you to see things from a different point of view, and see things from a foreign point of view as well. And explore the way that other people think in other parts of the world, that even like they don't have to be like that far from your home country, but even if you go to like a neighboring country, it is important to see how they see things. Do not just stay fixated on the fact that Italian culture is the best one that there is. Also, that's just subjective, you know? So that was the main reason why I first went abroad in the United States. When I came back, I found that I was fitting even less in the Italian school system and teaching system, because when I was in the US, I found that I was actually not that bad, that I could that there were things that I was kind of good at, and those things were in philosophy or Italian literature, which my school put so much weight on, but they were things such as video making or journalism, or things that are more like tactile, if that makes sense, like things that have a more strong relationship with the world we live in right now. So I went there with the idea that I kind of wanted to be a journalist, and I came back with the idea that I would love to work in digital media and in maybe films or maybe journalism, but visual, like media, video journalism and things like that. I already had that thought in my brain. One, that I did not fit in the one size fits all school system that I was in, and two, that what I wanted to do didn't fit in that one size fits all system either. Now, if you go and look at programs, university programs for journalism, for example, in Italy, there is not much practice, which is ridiculous from my point of view. Even if you go and look at like film program, unless you go to and it's the same for journalism, unless you go to a very expensive school, which I could not afford, there is no practice. I wanted to study media and advertisement at some point, but there were no practical elements to it. It was just theory, and I was like, that doesn't work for me. I need practical stuff. So I started looking into studying abroad and found out that in Scotland, European students don't actually have to pay university fees. And so I decided I was gonna go study in Scotland because I didn't have to pay university fees, but I had the opportunity to go to some of the best universities in the world. Let's remember that Scotland does have some of the best universities in Europe and also in the world. So I was like, okay, I could do that for free. And if I did that in Italy, I have to pay like a lot of money a year. So that is why I decided first to study abroad, and then I came to Scotland. Then I went to the University of Aberdeen and I studied film and visual culture with international relations. It's a joint degree, and I did a joint degree mainly because my mom pushed me to do a joint degree, and also because I thought if I can't, like I could mix the two things up, and film and politics, even though you might not see it at first, they're very strongly related because politics uses visual media a lot right now as well. Think about advertisements, think about posters and all of those type of things. And I also even found myself analyzing advertisements videos in my politics classes, and I was the only one who could relate the politics theory to the film practical and even the film theory. So do I regret it? No, I don't. I might be having problems, but we're going to talk about that later on. And hopefully we don't need to talk about that because they will be solved. I do not regret, at the end of the day, I do not regret studying abroad, never. And I do not regret doing a joint degree either, because I can see things from two point of views. And I didn't really, like, I didn't just learn about the subject that I studied, I also learned a lot about myself, about the way that I measure myself to others, and I had so many opportunities to learn outside of the classrooms because of the way that the university is structured there, because we had so many societies that I joined. I joined the filmmaking society and the dance society, and in filmmaking society I learned a lot about filmmaking, and then the dance society I was actually in the committee and I was doing PR, so I made 2 advertisement videos, promotional videos let's call them, for the dance society annual showcase for 2 years in a row, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I learned by doing that, and even by handling the social media pages and doing all the posters. I learned so much about like the visual media type of things and advertising, one thing on social media and on video, which was the promo videos. And I could have not have done that in Italy. There's no societies in Italy, that's not a thing. All you do is take a book and study. You don't have opportunities to put in practice what you learn on the book while you're studying. Well, in Scotland, I didn't have that opportunity. So I do not regret it. I'm happy I made that choice, and I'm actually really happy with my final results, because I did graduate I got my grades at the end of June, but I actually officially graduated in July. But I did get a first. I have my degree certificate here. It's still in the envelope that I got it in, because obviously I had to graduate in absentia. So yes, here it is. My degree certificate, University of Aberdeen, with the logo, Master of Arts, and with first class honours in film and visual culture with international relations. I'm proud. I'm so proud of myself for pushing through it. My last year at uni wasn't great. I was ill with tonsillitis for the first 3 months. Actually, for September, October, and December, I was ill, and it wasn't cured correctly, so cured healed. It didn't heal. I didn't heal correctly, so I kind of like dragged it on, and it wasn't great. I was feeling bad for like 4 days out of the 7 days a week, at least. So I'm so happy that I managed to push through and I managed to get first, even though my grades did get a little bit lower my last year. Yeah, I graduated from the University of Aberdeen with a first class honours degree, and I could be happier, I could be prouder, but my degree is not valid in my home country. Not that I was planning on living in my own country anyways, because the original plan was for me to do an internship that also allowed you to travel for 3 months. I already found the internship and I was gonna apply for that, and basically you work each month in a different country, and then I was gonna do that from September to December, and then from January till the summer I was going to au pair in Spain and take some courses on film editing, because believe it or not, is not my strongest suit, or on acting, because I enjoy acting, I enjoy being on stage, and I also wanted to, improve my Spanish a little bit more. And then the plan was to apply for an Erasmus Mundi Masters. Now, an Erasmus Mundi Masters, it's, long story short, it's a master's that you do for 2 years, and each semester you're living in a different European country. And one semester you're doing a internship in one of these European countries. So I thought that was a great idea, and sponsored by the European Union, so it's not expensive, and I thought it was a great idea. That was my plan. But then the pandemic happened. So yeah, my plan went into flames because one, I couldn't do the internship anymore, got cancelled, and two, I thought about it and I was like, do I really want to literally spend 3 years of my life, 1 year not even like doing an internship and just don't know, and then 1 year studying, and 2 years, 1 year and a half studying and 1 semester doing an internship, and then what? Then I'll be like, how old will I be? Like 26. So I was like, do I really want to do that? Maybe not. So thought about it a few times, and then I came to the decision that I am going to au pair for a year in Spain. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a certificate in Spanish language, and then I will do a master's in Spain. I want to do a master's anyways because I want to use the master's to meet people in the field and network a lot, not just learn, which is a big part of it, but I also want to network because people who teach masters are most often people who actually work in the field. So first of all, you're learning from those people, and second of all, you are meeting people. I'm also choosing a master that has an internship, so I also have the opportunity to do that, and I have the opportunity to network and meet people in the creative industry that I want to work in. And yes, I'm gonna do that in Spain because yes, I think that I would love to live in Spain because it's a bit of like a halfway between what Italy is and what other countries are. And I also I know Spanish. I obviously don't have the Spanish certificate, but I do know Spanish. So yeah, that I think that is the right choice for me. I do not want to stay in the UK because of Brexit, and also because of the tonsillitis thing, because I did call a doctor and they were like, it's just a cold. That put me off so much. But yeah, the main reason is mainly Brexit because I am European and I want to stay in Europe, and because of obviously economic reasons and visa reasons and all of those big reasons. So yes, I want to stay in Europe, and so the other country in Europe that I see myself living in is Spain. So that's what's gonna happen. So yes, that's what's happening next. I'm so excited for the next chapter of my life, and I hope you guys are too, because I plan on vlogging the whole thing out of it. The whole shebang. Yeah, I plan on vlogging it all. Get ready for a lot of au pair vlogs, and I hope you guys will enjoy them as much as I enjoyed making them. I did make a few. I did make one last year that you guys enjoyed a lot, so I'm so excited for it, and I literally can't wait. I am not revealing where I'm going yet. It is in Spain, but I'm not revealing the I'm not revealing the region yet. But yes, I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys want to stay tuned, and you'll find out in a few weeks where I'm going, and I have a lot of content planned out for this year. I'm actually excited to take a sort of year off where I am only learning Spanish because I love learning languages, and also it's just a break for my brain, and I can also focus on my hobbies and focus on practicing my craft and doing all of these things. And yes, I hope you guys are excited, as I said a billion times, because I'm really excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give a big old thumbs up if you did. If you have any questions about studying abroad, living abroad, let me know down below. I could also make a separate video with your questions if you have them. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys very much. I'll see you again next week. Bye.
We fell